It didn't feel like I don't know her at all, because I
Okay.
had gotten to know so much about her from other people and from whatever I could do my research. And I think a little validation came after the trailer got launched. The only person I asked ke kaisa laga, how was it, was Mithali. And her reaction was like, trailer is really good, but more importantly, you look very convincing as me.
Oh, that's
I
good.
think that is the only compliment that I waited to hear. Hi, this is Tapsi. Please watch me on peepingmoon.com.
Hi, this is Mark Manuel for Peeping Moon in conversation with Tapsi Pannu, who plays Mithali Raj in Sabash Mitu. Tapsi, welcome to Peeping Moon.
Thank you.
When I met you for Thappad and I'd asked you, how are you? You said, I'm beautiful.
I'm beautiful, yes.
How are you now?
I'm still very beautiful.
You're still very beautiful. No change at all.
No, because that's, I think that just makes the answer more audible or meaningful to the person who's asked the question. But now, how are you? I'm fine. Karke koi, it becomes like a formality. So, pata nahi, when I think one of my makeup artists long back taught me this answer. So I started using it.
But it's a good answer. You believe in it.
Yeah, I mean, I have to believe na. Tabhi to I think if I will feel I'm beautiful is when everybody else will feel. So I start from here.
Okay. Would you say that this is one of your most believable roles and relatable characters?
I will believable तो मुझे जनता बताएगी कि था कि नहीं. It was my.
But in your heart, you must feel that, no?
Yeah, we're always biased towards our films. Let's be very honest. Biased in different ways. Like biased in the sense कि मुझे अपनी कोई पिक्चर ना ऐसे नहीं लगता कि बकवास है. I can say okay, good, not good. मतलब I can't say कि मतलब it's stupid, it's waste. Obviously because you've given time of your life to it. It will never be waste for me. And on the other hand, I'll be biased about my performance कि मुझे अपनी performance कभी 100% पसंद नहीं आती. No matter whichever film I've seen of mine. That's why I can't see एक दो बारी से ज़्यादा मैं अपनी फिल्म देख ही नहीं सकती. क्योंकि मुझे इतनी गलतियाँ दिखती हैं उसके अंदर, इतनी गलती तो मैं so I'm a little biased in different ways for my film. So, but this is the toughest role for me.
It has been.
It has been the toughest role for me. Physically, which started affecting me mentally after a time because I was exhausted. I was all spent. I've never worked this hard. Matlab, and that too coming from Rashmi Rocket, I was getting into this. So it was very tough for me.
Tapsi, do you regret that your character in the film never won a World Cup?
I think, obviously, I mean, regret, matlab, when I performed as Mithali, मैंने वहाँ Lords के stadium में, I was sitting there in that balcony when I had to react to that moment. So I kind of tried at least my best to feel it up and close because I was sitting there in the stadium that it happened.
Okay.
And the place where the players of the team were standing or sitting when it happened. So being there was it's a very surreal feeling to watch that. Of course, there's no match happening in front of me. The camera is here. But I've seen that match when I was prepping up. So I know what that feeling can probably be. At least, exactly Mithali jaisa, I don't think anyone else can feel because she's, after playing for 23 years, I mean, she's retired now. Say when 2017 also happened, when captained India for 4 World Cups, second time reached finals and lost by 9 runs. I don't think I can even start to imagine exactly कैसा कितना दिल टूटा होगा. But I have performed a sequence where she finally expresses with no words but that कैसा लगा होगा. I think that moment I felt closest I probably could have to Mithali.
Okay.
Because it is very heartbreak. All of us I think reach a moment एक बारी life के अंदर जब एकदम लगता है कि you almost reach there और वो हाथ दिख रहा है सामने but हाथ नहीं आया. So that is the closest I felt about that moment as Mithali.
She's retired on the eve of the film's release. Is that a good thing or a bad thing for you?
यार ये तो मुझे actually नहीं पता. Actually, I asked this actually to Viacom. I remember calling up Ajit and asking him. I said, I'm not sure if it's a good thing or a bad thing. I don't know. We knew that she always was like anticipating it was in her head, I remember, that I will call it over very soon. But we never knew when. I remember I met her a month before she called it off. I met her for a shoot, and she said that, you know, I think I'm soon gonna call it quits. I'm over, done. And वो ना 23 साल से, आई रिमेम्बर शी सेड द सेम थिंग इन 2017 वर्ल्ड कप के पहले भी
Yeah.
उसने कहा था शायद ये मेरा आखिरी वर्ल्ड कप हो.
Yeah.
तो उस टाइम उसके बाद नहीं हुआ, उसको दोबारा खेला उसने. तो वी वर लाइक मे बी शी विल नॉट. बट मेरे को ये नहीं पता पिक्चर के लिए अच्छा होगा कि बुरा होगा, मुझे ऑनेस्टली भी नहीं पता. But I am glad by now because I realized that when she retired and she announced her retirement, though the country, a lot of people know her from what it was before 2017. So she made that difference I could feel when
Okay.
she called it over.
When the film was mooted, Mithali herself said that she would have liked Priyanka Chopra to play the role because they were almost the same.
Okay.
And you have gone on record as saying that you are exactly the opposite.
Yeah.
You're very impulsive, whereas she is calm and
Yeah.
reserved and poised. How did you get into the character then?
I had to work hard. That's all I can say. Yes, we are very different. We are chalk and cheese actually as personalities. I did try to look like her as much as I could, perform like her. I had to just work hard. I mean, I had people with me who have seen her from very young age till now to tell me how she was.
Okay.
She's a woman of very few words. So no matter how much time I spent with her, I don't think she would have ever been able to tell me
Okay.
how she is or how she used to be. It's always interesting to hear it from other people's mouth, you know, who've seen her in a certain age and then changing and transforming. So I got to know from them. I think that's why I tell you it's a challenge, not just because I have to learn cricket from scratch, but also because I have to perform as someone who is very, very opposite to how I am.
You just said that she's a woman of very few words. She's also not a movie buff.
She's not, yes.
Did she know about you? What did you all talk about beyond cricket?
I think we hardly spoke cricket actually. मतलब मैं cricket तो यार like is like facts ना, वो तो why will I talk to her about facts? That is for display for everyone to see and know. What was interesting for me to know, like what would she do between during offs? That helps me to know the person who she is. So to know about what all films has she seen, and for me to know that she saw Naam Shabana without knowing that I'll be doing the film, or even before the film was announced and all of that.
Okay.
So just things which are not cricket on field cricket or cricket related is what I like to talk to her about. You know, generally like how she felt at that moment, this moment, and not really about anything about on field.
Okay.
That helps me know as a person more na.
Is it true that your cricket training was given by somebody called Nushin Ali Kadir?
Yeah, Nushin Al Kadir, yeah.
So what role did Mithali play in that?
So Mithali, I was not there physically at all when I was training or when I performed, because she was active player at that time and we were going through COVID times, and an active player during COVID times is either in bubble or playing a tournament. So and at that time she was prepping up for World Cup as well, and the players were not allowed to meet anyone outside. So I only had the help of Nushin, Devika, Kavita, all of them, Akansha, the physio, who is the national team's physio. Everyone who has worked with Mithali, who has played with Mithali for years. And they became my window to Mithali.
Okay.
So I got to interact with her more actually after the film got over. And that is when I got to meet her in person, because by the time she had retired, right? So after World Cup. So otherwise messages pe baat hoti thi, but not like I never had an opportunity to like sit down with her and talk for hours, apart from once when we met her when the film was announced.
So when you finally met her and got to know her, did you feel that you had done justice to the role?
Oh, that she will tell, na?
No, I mean, I'm talking to you as a person who is, you're meeting someone who you've just acted.
Yeah,
so
but
did you feel that you've done it?
It didn't feel like I don't know her at all, because I had gotten to know so much about her from other people and from whatever I could do my research. And I think a little validation came after the trailer got launched. The only person I asked ke kaisa laga, how is it, was Mithali. And her reaction was like, trailer is really good, but more importantly, you look very convincing as me.
Oh, that's
I
good.
think that is the only compliment that I waited to hear. And I'm glad that she felt like that. That made me feel like, then it made me feel like, yeah, it's good.
How big a high was it to play at Lord's, even in a film?
We were there for only one day. So that it looks more like a museum actually for me, because the
is.
kind of artifacts there of cricket related, the kind of visual, like just the way it's built, it makes you feel, even though I'm not a person who is obsessed with cricket. I used to be when I was a kid. There came a point when I got totally disconnected with it after the whole match fixing controversy came out, and then I slowly started watching it a little more. But it is not like I've been a consistent cricket buff for me to get overwhelmed and emotional. And when I put out a post of me in Lords, I had so many people who are cricket buffs as my friends and all, who were like trying to, like, who were like, we envy you for being there.
Naturally.
Is standing there in the balcony. But having said that, there's one thing that I noticed in Lords, which I did tell one of the people who was working there. There's not a single picture. There's so many portraits and pictures, right, there of the of history and players and all. Not a single picture of a female cricketer. Not a single picture.
That hurts.
Obviously, it hurts. That was my question. And strangely, the person who was working there told me that a few days back, a group of girls from a school was brought in to show the stadium. And they had the same question. Small girls.
Well, I hope they change now after.
Well, I hope they do, because when I asked them, they said that there is a building which is library behind the stadium where they have kept her Mitali's jersey from the finals that she played. So the England team jersey, the captain's jersey and Mitali's jersey were there, which they went and they showed it to me. They showed it to me, so I got a picture clicked with that. But that's their library where they like a museum, they keep some souvenirs. So that I went and saw, yes.
On the first day of your shoot, you put up an Instagram post saying, "Let's go." What did you do on that first day? How was it?
What did I do on first day? Let me think. A first day shoot. I think I started off more or less linearly, but we kept the cricket matches for later to shoot back to back in the 10 days that we had to shoot in stadiums. But we started off with more drama portions, because the cricket in the film is more like highlights. Otherwise, how do you even cover a 23-year-long international career? Start showing matches, it will be like some seasons, multiple seasons of a web series. So I think I would have started with something from I think I started with my first introduction only. I think that sequence where you first see me in the film, which doesn't really have much of cricket. It was just an interaction. I was on the pitch only, playing a little bit, but not like proper match. Just a practice session, yeah.
Our actors very famously say that when they put on khaki to play a cop or green to play a soldier, it changes their entire body language.
It does.
Did you feel the same when you put on blue?
Yes.
What happened?
I don't know, something, your back straightens up in a different way. Your walk changes. There is a difference. So automatically, I remember my hands went in the pocket and I started walking. And that to walk also was like, how Mitali walks, a little lazy walk. I have a little more brisk, faster walk. Because I had learned cricket Mitali way. So my walk was also like, I when I know I'm going to play, I will start walking like that.
Okay.
So when I wore that jersey, I kept my hands inside the pocket and I started walking properly like Mitali. So I think that is what I remember. But yes, the body language changes. When I wear a sari, I have a different body language. When I wear some uniform, I have a different body language.
After all the cricket you played for Shabash Mitu, how would you fare in a real match?
I think I will be. All I can say, I can hit some balls. That's all I can say. How many runs and all I learned cricket ulta, in the sense, syllabus mein pata hota hai na, jab what all questions are going to come. Then you learn the syllabus or the subject accordingly. I learned it like that. So once I knew the basics, all the shots, all the techniques that I learned were basis what all we need to show in the film. So because otherwise, for a person like me who's never picked up a bat, suddenly I can't learn the entire sport in a matter of 5-6 months. It's unreal. You can't do it. So I knew that we need to show this much. So I will learn this much. I will not try to do too much and end up doing it all badly. Rather, I make sure that I perfect the shots that are supposed to be shown on camera. So I did that.
Tell me, is it a matter of personal pride for you that among all the records she has got and broken, is one in which she is the only Indian, male or female, who has scored 2,000 runs in T20?
Actually, there's the one record that I'm extremely proud of. Actually, there are multiple, but she has the longest career in an ODI, and longest ODI career across genders in the whole world. I think that's the first thing that comes to my mind. She was the youngest captain India ever had. These are the kind of facts that I'm very impressed, mesmerized, in awe of.
She has said that cricket taught her that you might score a century today, but tomorrow you begin from the very beginning, from the very start. You don't start from 100.
Yeah.
What has cricket taught you?
I think this I understand because we are only as good as the last Friday in our business. So I think I understand that. I know how it feels or what she means.
There was a lot of physical training that you underwent for this.
Yeah.
Will you continue that?
See, actually, I got into the technical training of cricket for this film. Physically, I was at my fittest when I started training for Shabash Mithu, courtesy the training of Rashmi Rocket. So my physicality was as athletic as it can get when I started training for Shabash Mithu. So it was only cricket that I had to learn. So I can never, and the kind of fitness I had at that point was probably at its peak. I don't think I can maintain that for the rest of my life. But yeah, I have kind of not given up on fitness after that. It has changed my entire lifestyle.
It has.
Yeah, it has.
The song Fateh in the movie kind of gives the message that if you change the way you think, you can change the game. You believe in that?
I think it's the entire matter of change begins with your perception or the way you see things. सारा खेल ही सोच या नजरिए का होता है, I feel. Change begins with that.
People believe that Taapsee has done everything in terms of roles. Is that true? Has the exhaustion set in or anything like that?
No, I still have to be an Avenger. I haven't done that.
Okay.
I'm waiting to do that one day.
Okay. One last question that's not to do with this movie. You've made 2 movies as a producer. Okay?
Yeah.
How tough has it been to be a producer?
It has been tougher when stressful when I am also an actor and a producer. Because my partner Pranjal is pretty hands-on, but psychologically I'm always like in a very dual state of mind when I'm acting and producing. I kind of enjoyed it a little more when I was producing Dhak Dhak. I cherished everything, right from the scripting process to getting the people together who's going to be a part of it. That whole fact that my say matters and putting it together, who should be doing what, that really felt like, it just gave me a sense of happiness and ownership, which you don't really experience when you are doing a particular job. Like being an actor, you don't call the shots like that, right? So that gave me a sense of ownership of like, this is my baby kind of feeling. Okay.
You think the movie is going to inspire young girls to play cricket?
I hope it does. I really hope it does. I hope after this movie, people all of us in India who call ourselves, we are cricket loving nation, we understand that cricket loving nation doesn't mean men's cricket loving nation. It means whoever picks up the bat, be it man or woman, whoever is a cricketer, whichever team, men's or women's team, we need to cheer for them. We need to support them equally.
Very well said. Thank you, Taapsee.
My pleasure.
And good luck.
Thank you. Hi, this is Taapsee. Please watch me on peepingmoon.com.